Saved by the Bell podcast.
Fantastic. It's worth it. It's worth looking at.
It's called Zack to the Future.
Yeah.
You sent me a message on it yesterday, and I immediately went and found it and listened to it. Then I had to run my kid out to a scout thing, and he's 14, and so I was excited about it. So I was telling him about the podcast. He's like, yeah. And he's like, what is he? And like, I'm thinking, what does he care about a 30-year-old TV show?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, the guy that's co-hosting it with Mark Paul Gosselaar is actually the guy that created and did the Zack Morris's trash videos.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he didn't even know what that is. And he's like a kid of YouTube. Wow. So then I had to take him down that rabbit hole. And we watched on the way out there. I had I'm like, cue up Zack Morris's trash on my phone. And so then he's got it sitting on the dashboard and watching it. And we watched probably 4 on the way out there. And he's like, just busting up the whole time.
They're awesome.
They're great. And so then I'm like, also, this guy, I can't remember the guy's name now.
It's 2D names. Dimitri something.
I can find it real quick.
D'Artagnan.
But I told him
Donnie.
He got hired to be a writer, like on the new Reboot series.
The Reboot series, or the extension series, sequel series, really.
Yeah.
Or 3.
Dashiell Driscoll.
That's got to be a fake name.
Yeah.
That's a stage name.
But anyway,
a pen name, I guess, if you're a writer.
So he and Mark Paul Gosselaar got connected, and now the premise of this podcast is Mark Paul Gosselaar, who hasn't watched an episode of his own of the show that he was the star of for the past 30 years, and I believe it based on his dissertation about it.
Did he play football? No, he was track and field. And I was sitting there, I was like, track and field, come on, Zach.
I was thinking polo or something, but I think I was like connecting American Pie dots to Saved by the Bell somehow.
That was lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah. And there you go. I didn't even get the right sport name. But so anyway, yeah. So the whole premise is he watches, and I haven't listened to the full episode where he's actually watched, but I'm curious to see how this goes because I think it'd be it
was great. They got Elizabeth Berkley to call in.
I heard a little bit of that.
Yeah. She seems like she's okay. She recovered from that Showgirls thing. And I'm so excited.
Yeah, that damaged her a little bit, but the reboot, the couple previews I've seen, looks funny.
I hope
it looks like it could be like entertaining to watch.
If that dude writes dialogue like he mocks old Saved by the Bell, he should be fine. And I'm sure that they got Tiffany Thiessen on board.
Well, there's a scene where they did like a teaser. I'll see if I can pull that up. And the teaser was really not too bad. Let me see if I can get it here.
I'm so excited. Oh, the worst.
Oh, they got all sorts of new videos coming out, so it must be coming soon. I want the one from like several months ago. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe this one will have it. We'll see.
Remember all the dances we had in this gym? Ever wish you could go back?
Sure do.
When a Bayside is going to change our lives.
Oh, it's going to be on Peacock, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an honor to teach me. These Bayside kids weren't exactly raised to have a killer instinct.
I have a Kardashian coming at lunch.
Who, Rob?
Shut up. He's still in their family.
Is it just me, or the seniors at the school really old looking?
Hey, Jamie. We heard you talking about the harvest dance. It's just you.
I'm so excited!
I have way too much on my plate.
There's a way to increase productivity.
Are those caffeine pills? At first, they're so exciting. And then it gets even more exciting. But after that, it gets so scary. And in the end, you ruin your girl group's shot at a recording contract.
What?
I'm so excited!
Wow.
Dustin Diamond is not in it.
did not get him. He has some really nice things to say about him, though. And it seems like, he was just like...
Mark Paul Gosselaar?
Yeah, he was like, he really committed to that. Like, all of the stuff that Dustin Diamond said doesn't seem like it was true. Like, Mark Paul Gosselaar was a piece of shit, and he was fucking all those girls, and he was just this garbage. And like, you listen to him talk about and it sounds like real remembrances of things that happened, and it's like maybe old Screech was just trying to cash in on what little bit of fame he could still
eke out of it.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, just Elizabeth Berkley and Mark Paul Gosselaar talking about having to take these drives, or no, it was Tiffany Thiessen, because she was in briefly. They did here's a clip from when we talked to her.
I heard that one. Yeah,
they were talking about how far they had to drive to get there, and then trying to do school during breaks and all this weird shit, and it was like that seems a little more real than they were banging it out in the dressing room at every break, and right. He just was really pushing that, let's get sex and drugs and shit involved, and then Mark Paul Gosselaar talking about his first kiss was on Good Morning Miss Bliss with that girl who was her niece or something. And he's like that kiss on camera was my very first kiss. So it's not much different than these kids that are in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of maybe it was horrible, maybe it wasn't, maybe there was this weird sex.
Well, they're fucking kids.
They were children
in this weird environment.
Yeah. So no, I think there's a reason that he's not in it, and I think it's because he said so many bad things about so many people.
There's just some bad blood floating around there,
and I don't know.
It's you don't want to bring that drama to the new party, especially if you've got people that are you had. And Elizabeth Berkley's kind of the only one that's been pulled out of kind of obscurity because Mario Lopez kept working. What's going on?
Did we lose it?
The stream?
Yeah, the screen cut out.
Oh, yours did?
Yeah. As long as it was just this screen.
Oh, I think it's just the screen.
Okay.
Elizabeth Berkley, I think, is the only one that hasn't really been working actively. Like Tiffany Amber Thiessen, she's been on shows. She was on The White Collar for a while.
Yeah.
And then Mark Paul Gosselaar is
he's been
steady
working. He's in that Jeffrey Dean Morgan movie.
Yeah. And
that was with Robert De Niro. It wasn't bad. And he was a slime ball and it was great.
The Mixed Dish show. He plays the dad in.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that one.
It's like a flashback show to Blackish.
Oh, okay.
Flashback spinoff. So it takes the wife's growing up perspective. And that's played. She's I think that's Diana Ross's daughter that plays the wife.
Okay.
Not that matters, but